Hey guys, it's Kate with the Book Kate. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you guys are here. Thanks for stopping by. Today we are going to be talking about the 11 books that I read in the month of April, which is crazy considering I didn't read for a whole week and I still busted out 11 books. Proud of myself for that one. But anyway, if you like bookish content, if you like vlogs, if you like reading wrap-ups, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I'd love for you to stick around. But let's just get on into it. Do I need to back y'all up a little? I feel like y'all are a little close. I love y'all, but a little close. The first book is Face Off by Chelsea Curto. That's not how you pronounce it, but I don't know how else I would pronounce it. So we're kind of stuck. I think it's right here. This book follows Emerson and Maverick, and they both play on the same NHL team, so it's forced proximity and kind of forbidden because he's the captain of the team and she is just starting out and she knows she cannot make any mistakes because she's the first woman in the NHL, which is amazing. The banter in here was fantastic. If you like books with lots of banter, definitely check out this book. The reason this book was only 4.5 stars and not 5 was simply for the fact that Emerson got called up from the ECHL instead of the AHL straight to the NHL. So the tier ranking is NHL, and then below that is the AHL, and below that is going to be your ECHL. Emerson skipped the AHL completely and went from the ECHL to the NHL, which doesn't happen in real life. Like, I don't understand why the author couldn't just put her in the AHL. Like, that would have worked so much better and it would not have bugged hockey fans. Well, actually, I can't speak for everybody, but it would not have bugged me. Like, literally, I spoke about this online and then somebody came after me and was like, she explains why she's in the NHL in the beginning of the book. No, I don't have a problem with a woman being on the NHL team. I have a problem with her getting called up from the ECHL, and I would have a problem with that no matter the gender. So if you could look past that, maybe I stuck that in your mind and maybe you won't be able to look past it now, but if you can look past that, great book. The next book was probably one of the most disappointing reads of the year. I'm going to call it now. It's going to be on that list, and that is Consider Me by Becka Mack. I also read this for the Hockey Romance Reading Vlog. This book follows Carter, who is the bad boy NHL player, and Olivia, who is a gym teacher, and literally her only personality traits were that she's not like other girls and she's short. Really? Really, Becca? Really? Like, oh my god, it was awful. And also, he literally kept referring to his dick as his sword of thunder. Like, not even ironically, like, dead ass. It was disgusting. Like, ooh, ee. Like, ick, up and down the wall. And also, they would randomly break the fourth wall, just at random times. And if you don't know, breaking the fourth wall is like a thing in acting, and it's basically like you don't acknowledge the audience, and so when you do acknowledge the audience, it's breaking the fourth wall. And that would happen like at the most random times, and it would just take me out of the story, and also it would make no sense. Like, the only reason I feel like it was in there to piss me off. Like, I will never forgive anyone who ever recommended me this book. Horrible. And then to turn things around, we have All the Missing Pieces by Cowles. 5 stars. Yeah, it was so good. Everything you've heard about this book is true. It is spectacular. This book follows Ridley and Coulter. Ridley is a podcaster who works on cold cases, and she is connected to this one specific story that brings her to what is his name? Coulter's small town, and everyone in the small town is like, get the fuck out of here. We don't need you dragging up all this shit. Like, let this town heal. And no one is more adamant about that than Coulter. But Ridley's like, no, I'm staying and I'm working on this cold case. I did not see the twist coming. I was suspensed, some would say. This romantic suspense had me suspensed. I don't read a whole lot of romantic suspense, so I didn't see the twist coming. I can't say if it was a good twist or not. I mean, it was good for me, but if you read a lot of this genre, I can't promise anything. But I know people are obsessed with this book. This book is on KU, but I would recommend you listening to the audiobook because it was fantastic. And then I listened to The Vows by Jessica Joyce. This book, I gave it a 4 stars. It's probably more like a 3.5 or a 3.75. It was fun. It was like what I was in the mood for. I mean, it was good. For what it was good. It wasn't a lot, but it was good. This book follows Eli and Georgia, who are exes. They are thrown together to save their best friend's wedding. So you have a lot of like different shenanigans, I guess. Like everything that could go wrong with this wedding goes wrong. And you have forced proximity. You have great banter, like second chance. Like this book was good. Am I gonna reread it? No. But it was still good. The next book is a deeply, deeply, deeply unserious book, and that is The Baby Maker by Lili Valentine. Y'all, this book is crazy, okay? So, I'm gonna need y'all to stay with me. I gave this a 3 star. I listened to it on audio, but stick with me. This book follows a woman named Emma, and she cannot get pregnant. We don't know if she's infertile or the egg in the, she can't get pregnant. She cannot get pregnant. She's been trying for years, and there's nothing more in life that she wants than a baby. In walks Dylan, whose family is known to procreate. No matter the circumstances, the men in that family could get you pregnant. Like, sit too close to them, pregnant. And she is in a little battle for a piece of land that he wants, and she makes him a deal. You give me a baby, I'll give you this land. Yeah. I wanted more out of this book. I can't exactly tell you what more I wanted, but it just needed something. But if you're looking for a silly, goofy, unserious book, I would pick up this one. And then another... I was just in a silly, goofy mood apparently this month, because another book we have is Wanted by the Wolves by L.E. Eldridge. And this book was fun. I will admit, I did have a good time reading this. This is a short book on KU. I think it's like less than 150 pages. This is a why choose single parent romance. So it follows a woman who is down on her luck and looking for love, and so she decides to join this app, much like Tinder, but it can tell you your fated mate. And she signs up, and who's her fated mate? A pack of wolves. And it is also thrown in there that she's a single mom, and like they're together. Like these men, the men in this pack, delectable. Every single last one of them, I want them. Like, I'll take them all, please. I gave this book 3.5 stars, and it was just so short. I wanted more. This is why I don't read a lot of novellas, because I always am just left wanting with novellas. But I get it. I just wish we had a full story. And then as soon as it came out, I picked up Wild and Wrangled by Lyla Sage, and now I love this cover. She does her covers right. And I actually got to meet Lyla Sage. She was super nice. She was super pretty. So I got this book signed. If you like floppy books, pick up the Rebel Blue Ranch series, because you're gonna get floppy. This book follows Cam and Dusty, who we meet both these characters in previous books. And we know Cam, and we're rooting for Cam because she's Gus's from book 3. That's her baby mom. That's his baby mama. So we have been rooting from Cam from the beginning. He saves her from a wedding. Like, honestly, this book, it was good. I gave it a 3 stars just because I wanted more. Like, much like The Baby Maker, I wanted more, but couldn't exactly tell you what more I wanted. But it was just missing something for me. It was a great conclusion to the book. It was a great conclusion to the series, and she has a new book coming out. Excited. And then I gave into the hype and picked up Spark of the Everflame by Penn, and I really enjoyed this book. It is a fantasy novel. And I'm gonna say the first book is fantasy because we haven't gotten to the romance part yet. But apparently, rumor has it that this is a romantasy. I gave this book initially 5 stars, but I think I'm gonna knock it down to a 4.5 just because I feel like 5-star is a feeling. And while I let my thoughts on this book marinate, I realized like the main character, like she was a little too dense for me. Like this bitch definitely would have sunk because she was just too dense. It was driving me crazy at some points. Like I just wanted to shake her real bad. This book takes place in a world where there are humans and descendants, and they cannot procreate. And the descendants are like gods. Like they're untouchable, they live like kings, and the humans live quite opposite to that. Like they're in poverty, like they're struggling just to make ends meet. It's really, really sad. And honestly, I couldn't help but draw parallels from what's going on politically and what's going on in Palestine, just all that. Like I could just see so much of that in this book. I don't know if the author meant it like that, but that's how I took it. So if you don't want to do some deep thinking and reflection, maybe don't pick up this book. But it was good. Can't wait to pick up book 2. Did end on a cliffhanger, but it was a fantasy, so I was prepared for that. And then I read Phantasma by Kaylie Smith. This book, 3 stars. And that's me being generous. I didn't like it. I read this book for a book club, and I feel like God, he knew I wasn't gonna like this book, and he had me stay late during book club because this book, not for me. This book follows Ophelia, who is a necromancer, and she can see dead people. And there is this house called Phantasma, and there are 7 deadly trials. And at the end of it, you get 1 wish, and it can be whatever you want, and you'll get it. Ophelia follows her sister into this house, and they have to go through these trials. The sisters are separated, and then in comes Blackwell, who is a ghost, and he is trying to escape the house. I don't know. All I know is they put so much emphasis on the trials for them to just be 3 pages. It was, and they were quite low stakes as well. Like, I was kind of bored. Also, like, I wouldn't even consider this a romance. They were just bored fucking. Like, truthfully, that's all there was to this relationship. Like, proximity. Like, literally, it's because they were close and they were bored. That's the whole relationship. And honestly, and in my mind, this book was a standalone because there is no way I am reading Enchantra, the 2nd book that just came out. I don't care how good the reviews are. This book was just not good. The only thing is that I did love the OCD rep. It's like the author went into my unmedicated brain and just wrote down everything she saw in there. It was that spot on. I'm not sure if it was own voices or if it was just well researched, but either way, it was perfect, and the only reason this sucker is getting a 3. And then the last book is Filthy Rich Vampire by Geneva Lee, and I enjoyed this book. It's narrated by Teddy Hamilton, I believe, so I was gonna enjoy it no matter what. But this is the first book in the Rights series. I think it's the Rights. But this book is a vampire. I mean, obviously, this book is a vampire romance, and it follows a vampire and a cellist human. It ends on a cliffhanger, and there's truly not much to this book except for a good time. So take with that what you will. I'm going to continue on with the series, especially if they're all narrated by Teddy Hamilton. Like, I will probably get rid of this book at some point. Like, I'm not going to keep it around, but it was good for what it was, so it is a 3.5 star. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!